Hey, welcome to this Command Modern Air Naval Operations gameplay video. If you love modern battle simulations, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. It's time to play Command Modern Air Naval Operations. And today we're going to try to knock out the next two submarine tutorials, Intermediate Submarine Operations 3 and Intermediate Submarine Operations, Operations Exam. So there you go. So first we have a, excuse me, countering dissimilar opponents, which is going to be taking a Japanese diesel. Oh, I love my Japanese diesels against an SSN. And then the next scenario is we're going boomer hunting. So what do you say we load it up? And while it's loading, hey, if you haven't subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you know when I've posted another video. Like and share, and please leave me a comment. Okay, welcome to Intermediate Submarine Operations 2.3. In this scenario, you have command of a Japanese diesel-electric submarine. Using pop-up messages, you will be guided to the following topics, and I still can't talk. Advantages, disadvantages of nuclear versus diesel-electric submarines, air-independent propulsion, planning and engagement, and weapons employment considerations. Our mission is to destroy a Russian nuclear attack submarine transiting among surface traffic. So let's get in there and see what's going to come of all of this. Okay, good healthy cough. Maybe I've cleared my lungs. For the first time, you're going to be facing an opponent that is, on paper at least, more capable. You are in command of a modern diesel-electric boat, which is equipped with air-independent propulsion. AIP allows a conventional submarine to remain submerged and retain propulsion after expending their battery power. AIP does not recharge battery and often only allows movement at slow speeds. Nevertheless, the ability for diesel-electric submarines with AIP to stay submerged for several days without recharging their batteries is an huge improvement on previous designs. So we're going to be ambushing a modern, highly capable nuclear attack submarine. And it goes on about how good they are in shallow waters. One thing that is important, we're really low on fuel. We got virtually no battery left. And I still can't breathe. Looks like we've got plenty of fuel for the air-independent propulsion. All right, so what we need to do is jump into here, about here, and find air-independent propulsion. Yes, always. Okay, so that sets us up. Oh, one other thing I need to do. Get back in there. I don't know why it's defaulting to MCON. Weapon control status ASW. Hold. Don't want these guys to be doing any shooting. Now, we're playing with SS-501, the Soryu. And she is quite a little sweetheart. And you look at this right here. Passive sonar, very low frequency, 95 dB. Low frequency, 65. These are the signatures. Medium frequency, 57.5. High frequency, 49. It's that's just amazing. Now, these must have to do with the strength of the return on active sonar, because from the front it's 18 dB, from the rear it's 18 dB, from the side it's 100 dB, so you got this big slab-sided thing and you get a lot more return. All right, so anyway, for those of you who follow along in my cold waters, that might just be the next. I think the reason I'm not playing her in cold waters is she doesn't have mosses. But anyway, she did. Last time I checked, that might have been updated. Well, I'm talking about cold waters. We're here for CMANO. So let's go ahead and plot a course due east, give or take a little bit. creep and just over the layer. Right, looks good. Let's resume. Let's speed time up. And right off the bat, we get commercial dry bulk carrier. She's making 4 knots at 210 feet on air independent propulsion. And now we just wait for things to start happening. Oh, we also see that she has 4 harpoons and 16 Type 89, which I have no idea what that is, but I have to wonder if it's not just a Mark 48. And we found another one. You can see these are contacts in the convergence zone. This one's out of the convergence zone now. I can't say that. But it's green, so I'm not worried about it. Oh, biologic, very close on board, but that's fine. Pope of Chilitown. The Pope of Chilitown. Yes, sir, I'm the Pope of Chilitown. God, where do they come up with that? All right, she's creeping along very quietly. Still got lots of air-independent fuel left. We just have to wait for the situation to evolve. In fact, let's see if we kick it up to 30 seconds. I think we'll get a automatic pause when it's a bad guy, because the scenario is going to tell us some things about it if I recall correctly. And a commercial factory trawler. That's where your fish sticks come from. Fish go in one end, fish sticks come out the other. Biologic. SSN. Let's cut this down to 5 seconds. Not only is it SSN, but it is almost inside of range to be fired at. Now, we missed the message, but we can get it right here. Contact. We've detected an underwater sonar contact with an acoustic profile that matches an SSN. Given that we know our quarry is an SSN and is traveling this general direction, chances are high we found our target. Until now, we've taken a rather head-on approach to attacking targets. The Akula that we're hunting is fast, has excellent sensors, is heavily armed with heavyweight homing torpedoes and deadly sub-launched anti-submarine missiles. Taking a head-on approach to this target is just as likely to be our demise as the enemy's. Instead, we're going to maneuver ourselves into position to deliver an attack on the enemy's rear. Set your depth to just over the layer, your speed to creep. Plot a course to place your submarine in the Akula's path. The objective here is to get to position in front of the Akula, stop our engines, let it pass by, and then fire torpedoes from its baffles as it begins a sprint. This will give you the lowest chance of counter detection while affording your attack the highest chance of success. Okay, it appears to me that she is going directly. Oh, and I managed to do something silly. Control Shift M. All right, send that back to the other monitor. I believe she is going directly west, so we are going to come left, start working our way in that direction. Yeah, she's making 13 knots. And see if that does for us what we want to do. All right, we're already in range to put a hurt on her. We detected her awfully late. I'm inclined at this point to get real quiet and let her go by. Right now, hopefully we are just a hole in the water. She's blasting along at 13 knots. And all right, we will do a little bit of a move now to keep her from getting away quite so fast. We should be solidly in her baffles. So and she's making 13 knots. There's no point in waiting for a sprint. She's in the middle of one now. Let's go ahead. And she is a big bad girl. Let's put 2 Type 89 G12s onto her and turn away. All right. Oh, she is really sped up. We got 55 knot torpedoes. I think we'll overtake her. Maybe. We could end up in a situation here where she actually she opens the range enough that torpedoes don't have the endurance. Well, I don't know, but she's gotten awful close now. I don't think we have to worry about her. I don't think we have to worry about her shooting back at us. I'm just curious, is this giving me any information on the torpedo? Well, it's not telling me anything in terms of its remaining time to run. All right. They're closing in on her. If I hit 15 seconds, it's just going to run her right down. Let's see. So far, she's not done anything like dumping decoys. I'm watching the message window. Should get put over here and track that. And I'm trying to see. Oh, she's deep, 1,400 feet. The torpedo is diving. Man, she went way down. Should be 2 of those. Yep, there's 2. I'm glad I sent 2 also. That's a long ways. We are almost 18 nautical miles out. Come on, catch her, catch her. She's just trying to outlast these torpedoes. I think they're going to get her. Boom. And our final score is 100. We expended 2 Type 89s and harvested PLA 971M Akula 2. All right, excellent work. Let's see. She did deploy decoys 3 times, which were attempting to seduce the sensors. Failed 3 times. The first torpedo had a final hit probability of 80%. We rolled a 41 and we got her. Okay. Well, that's very cool. And I just made that silly mistake again. All right. Well, I'm going to do something a little different. We're going to go ahead and pause this while I get the other scenarios set up. And then we'll get right back after it, playing the last intermediate sub, the exam. Oh, okay, we're back in here. Welcome to the Intermediate Submarine Operations 2.4. In this skills challenge, you have command of the United States nuclear attack submarine. Using pop-up messages, you will be guiding through the following topics: Arctic water environment, submarine-launched anti-rocket torpedoes, and nuclear anti-submarine weapons. Following discussions, you will be presented with a challenge to test skills and knowledge you have gained so far. Okay, let's jump in there. And SSN 717, USS Olympia. All right, talks about the water Arctic environment. I'm not going to get into this deeply. What I'm going to do is what I've done before, I hope. Yes, there we go. Okay, right down here. You can pause this and read it all you want. It is your mission to detect, identify, and destroy a Typhoon-class SSBN. Whew, you would think it wouldn't be that hard to say. Plot a course to the north, select an appropriate speed and depth, and then start time. So this is a test. All right, so select the submarine. F3, plot a northern course. There we go. F2, we're going to, no, we're not going to creep. We're going to be just over the layer, which is rather shallow here. We're going to set sprint and drift for a desired 112. Desired 12 knots. Now, one thing it did say in either the very front end or the back end, this submarine, the guy we're after is escorted. I'm not going to go into details. I know what there is, but they're escorted. And the escort has real weapons, including some super duper nastiness. Now, I'm assuming that yellow line is the ice pack. So we've got a sub-rock. We've got a submarine-launched rocket with a 10 kiloton nuclear depth charge. If he's over on this side or if we're over there, we can't use it. So hopefully we'll catch him out here. Let's go ahead and let her rip. All right. I got to contact Goblin 1. We're slowing down. I lost her. No, we didn't lost her. She's right there. Oh, okay. You may have noticed the ASW Ranger and Ranger submarine. This thing. That's the sub-rock. Again, what do you say we... Well, we're going to say... If you pause and read this all you want, this is interesting. One notable exception to the above limitation is the Russian VA-111 Shkval. While not technically a rocket or missile, it uses hypercavitation to create a bubble around it, drastically reducing rocket resistance and allowing incredible speeds. So how about 200 knots underwater and a 10K nuclear warhead? So we need to be careful. And we'll take about 2 seconds here for you to pause and read. Right. And off we go. We're still worrying about, still taking a look at this guy. I think we need to come. Okay, at this point, it's basically saying, and it reminded me, it is a good thing. A good thing. And I tried to, check your doctrine ROE settings to avoid automatic fire of weapons. Yes, that's something I need to do. We can't be having sub-rocks fired off willy-nilly. Weapon control status, hold. I need to stop this game. Okay. And is there anything else that they're reminding me of? Right. Okay, you go over there. You too, why not? All right, this was identified as biologic. Goblin 2, not so much. We don't know what he is. Let's, for some reason, we've come to a halt, which we're going to leave it alone and see if that's part of the sprint and drift. And maybe if I start it, we'll find out things quicker. All right, we've identified that as biologic. Avoid cavitation. I told you I want 12 speed, 12 knot average. Yeah, this is a point where I'm not sure whether I'm seeing the behavior we want or, oh, I know exactly what the problem is. Go. We don't have a course set. I got all bollocksed up. That could screw up the entire scenario. Yep. All right, we found something there. He's in the convergence zone. So we're going to do our little turn 90 degrees. Try to hold him there and see what develops. Or not hold him there, but leave him in that convergence zone as long as possible by not approaching any closer. All right. I've played this a couple of times, and it seems that we pick up a pretty, of course, I kind of screwed that up a minute ago. Okay, he's on a dash now. He's sprinting. But playing a couple times, oh, you know what? We're going to come out of sprint and drift. We go to creep. I'm going to see what. Oh, we got a biologic. Okay, we're going to control this guy from here on out. Yep, that's right. All looks good. And this guy, if we were playing it the way they normally have us play, remember we would turn, point ourselves in that direction, and then dash to see if we can close him. All things considered, I think that's probably not the brightest thing I can do. And let's, all right, we got another contact. We're closing. Oh, there she is. Big bad typhoon. What I don't want to do is close within weapons range of her, so we're going to turn. This hasn't been brilliant. This hasn't been the best I could be. Now she's turned away from us, making 5 knots. And she is about 12 miles away, well outside of our ability to hit her with, well, actually, a harpoon could get her. Not a harpoon, a Mark 48. But since we've got the nuke, what do you say we shift F1, we reach up in here, we select our sub-rock, we assign that target to the Typhoon, right. We slow this down to 1 second so we don't miss any of the joy. We reset the screen so that I can get fun and games screenshots, and there's that shutter sound. And we have weapons in the air. Let's go up to 2 seconds. And oops, sometimes this interface is just weird. Hit F11 for a screenshot and it opens something up in game. And boom, boom, boom. Let's get that screenshot in there. And that takes care of the Typhoon. Now we can check game scoring. Our current score is 100. But there are other guys here, so what do you say we continue our hunt? I don't know what that guy is, but we're going to close him. I'll bet you that's the Krivak. In fact, yeah, we'll just go ahead. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Cashin, not a Krivak, Cashin. Well, we're about to enter Surface weapons. We don't want to get any closer if we can help it. We don't know if he's heard us or not, but given the fact that we just set off a nuke over in this direction, and he is running hard at us. What do you say? We see if we can get away with a harpoon shot while we're still outside of his weapons range. All right, we got a off-axis attack. Harpoon is doing its thing. And oh, he's hurt. He's hurt. Now, to finish him off, we have to close well inside of this. In fact, we're about to get there now, and I'm not happy about that. I'm going to turn away and, well, you know what? If I dash, I might step right into. There's another submarine out here, and I don't want to run into him. Maybe what we ought to do then is F3, F2, go as deep as possible. And see if we can, I just thought of something. Oh, we've got another harpoon. It's probably loaded by now. Just over the layer is plenty shallow. Go back up. F3, turn away. Because he's not going near as fast as he used to be. He's got holes in him and he's flooded and stuff. All right, shift F1. Right, that harpoon is available. Oh, he didn't like that. He's turning away. Harpoon has got him. And so much for that. All right. Now, there is another submarine out here. I'm not rightly sure how we're going to get his attention. Or we could, let's see what the scoring says. Okay. Well, where could he be? So, let's run. I don't know why she's going so fast. I set her to go. Wait a minute. Is she still got? No. That's the mystery of the interface. Whoa. Okay. We got somebody over there. F3. Let's turn away. Ooh, 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 ooh. Not good. Not good at all. And she's up here nice and shallow, just like we are. And likely has a fix on us. Well, well, well. not quite in range of the Mark 48. All right, we're creeping as it is. Let's continue trying to open the range a bit, or at least, I shouldn't say open the range really, just not letting him close quite so fast. I think he knows we're here. I don't think we have any choice. Then, well, he didn't shoot at us. I kind of thought he would. I guess he didn't have us locked up. And he's running. That just means he's got to be tired when those guys catch him. Dump. Final score is 100. Triumph. We've killed them all. And that's that. That's the test. Now, I don't think that was a particularly brilliant display. I got a little lost partway through. But hopefully you get the idea. The whole point of these playing these tutorials is not to I'm not sure I'll ever be able to show you brilliant play. The point certainly isn't to show you brilliant play. It's to give you an idea of what it takes to learn this and see these scenarios played. By the way, let's see. He tried to decoy twice, and the first Mark 48 hit him. And you can see both harpoons hit the was it Cashin? That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Well, there you go. Hey, I've enjoyed this. I hope you have. And I hope you'll be back, and I'll see you again soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of very young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button, and please share and comment. See you again soon.